Friedel-Crafts acylation. This is the first method of preparation of ketones. In this reaction, we will take benzene. And the reagent is acid chloride. Acid chloride means OH group of acid, carboxylic acid replaced by chlorine. So we can write a general representation of a reagent plus RCOCl. R means any alkyl group and COCl, acid chloride. And the catalyst is anhydrous aluminum fluoride. It is a common catalyst. And when these two react together, we get a ketone. I'll write the product. See how is it removed? Substitution, how it happens, I will show you. Every corner there is carbon atom and each carbon is attached to one hydrogen. So here also one hydrogen atom is there. That hydrogen removed along with the chlorine. So this Cu group is attached to this particular position. So we get the product Cu and this is ketone. This reaction is called the Friedel-Crafts acylation. Got it? Friedel-Crafts acylation, and this is considered as the first method of preparation. If you want a specific example, instead of R, you can put CH3. CH3, COCl. And it is called ethanoyl chloride because it is taken from ethanoic acid. Isn't it? Then anhydrous AlCl. We get CuCl. And the name of the compound is acetophenol. Acetophenol. So this is the first method of preparation of ketone. Okay, aromatic ketone. Now let us think about the second method of preparation. And in this case, the reagent is Grignard reagent and the substrate. Substrate means the major reactant. It is nitrile. I think that you have completed this part, so I will love it more. And the reactant is nitrile from nitrile. Nitrile means what? Compound with Cn functional group. So I will show you the mechanism. So you first try to understand, then you can copy later. Okay. So I will give a specific example. CH3, CH2, C triple bond N. And here I am taking the Grignard reagent, phenyl magnesium bromide. C6H5 MgBr. You can write the name. This group is called phenyl and magnesium bromide. Phenyl magnesium bromide. Phenyl magnesium bromide. Now, this triple bond means what? One strong bond, the remaining two bonds are weak bond. When we compare the electronegativities of carbon and nitrogen, nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. So, shifting of pi electron takes place, shifting. And as As a result, nitrogen gain a partial negative charge, carbon gain a partial positive charge. Understood? Nitrogen gain a partial negative charge and carbon gains a partial positive charge. Understood? Now, similarly, maybe you can remember Grignard reagent also there is splitting takes place. Here, the splitting takes place like this. Since magnesium is a metallic part, it has the tendency to lose electron. So here we have a negative positive charge. See here there is positive, here there will be negative. In this way, splitting will be takes place. Phenyl part and magnesium bromide. Now negative part is added to positive part and this positive part added to negative part. Now I will write the product, addition product. Okay, here only I will write CH3, CH2, C, double bond. Here only one bond is cleaved and the electron is shifted. Here we have N, along with N, MgBr is coming. MgBr. And here we have C6H5. This is the addition product. This product on hydrolysis. What do you mean by hydrolysis? Addition of water. Water has two parts, one positive part and one negative part. Again here addition takes place. Where the addition reaction takes place? See, let us think about that. Here we have addition reaction. It will be break like this. Here we have O and here we have O part and here we have H plus. So in this way, the splitting will be takes place, but here according to the mechanism, double bond will not be cleaved. So here nitrogen is replaced by oxygen. Why nitrogen is? Because when I draw H2O there, it again make confusion. So it is better you understand in this way. Here nitrogen, instead of nitrogen, oxygen will come because oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. So we have the major product CH3, CH2, C double bond O, C6H5 plus, and we have the byproduct MgOH. So this is the byproduct obtained. This is byproduct and this is unstable and this is the stable product. So this we can say that it is mechanism, but it is this mechanism we can't explain well because in this reaction water is there, but here hydrolysis will be always accelerated by the presence of a mineral acid. So instead of water, normally H3O plus is coming. So and this H plus is coming from the medium. So that's why we can't write the addition of H2O properly here. So simply you can remember in this way, it will be break like this and oxygen is coming in place of nitrogen and we get a byproduct like this. So this is the reaction that you can remember and this reaction is important for conversion. So these are the two methods of preparation of ketones. Okay, these are the two methods of preparation of ketones. Simple methods are there. Both are simple methods. One is Friedel-Crafts acylation and second is reaction or reactant is a nitrile. Okay. Now we will discuss properties of Properties of aldehydes and ketones. Together we will discuss. Because what is the difference between aldehyde and ketone? In ketone, carbonyl group is attached to two alkyl group, and in aldehyde, carbonyl group is attached to one R and one H. So this is the only difference, and it has a common carbonyl group. So that's why we will discuss it in the same heading. Physical properties, let us discuss first. First of all, what is the physical state? Only one aldehyde is in the gaseous state, and that is methanol. Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is the common name, and only formaldehyde is in the gaseous state. Rest of the aldehydes are in the liquid state or in the solid state. They are volatile liquids, and very higher numbers are solids. This is the first point. Second point, when we compare boiling point of aldehydes and ketones with corresponding hydrocarbon. For example, we can compare boiling point of ethanol and ethane. So compared to ethane, ethanol has high boiling point. Compared to corresponding hydrocarbon, aldehyde or ketone has high boiling point, and the reason is due to dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole interaction, how it comes there? Because CO bond is polar in nature, since oxygen is more electronegative, electrons are shifted to oxygen. As a result, oxygen gain a partial negative charge and carbon gain a positive charge. So because of this dipole-dipole interaction, aldehydes and ketones possess high boiling point compared to corresponding hydrocarbon. Got it? And third physical property is solubility. Lower members are miscible with water. Miscible. It does not mean that completely soluble. Miscible with water. But we can say that three members we can say like methanol, ethanol. These are the two members of aldehyde homologous series. And the first member of ketone family, that is acetone, that is propan-2-on. These three members are miscible with water. Miscible, we can mix it with water to some extent. Okay, but they are soluble in benzene. That means organic solvents, highly soluble. When we are moving to the homologous series from lower members to higher members, the solubility decreases because of increase in molecular mass. Okay, so this is all about the physical property. Now we will discuss chemical properties. Okay, so chemical properties we will discuss. The first most important chemical property is nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, you can write the heading. Very important point. Very. Okay, nucleophilic addition reaction, there is one mechanism, and whatever be the reagent, the mechanism is same. There is no change in the mechanism. So try to learn that mechanism. So you can write any addition reaction by following this mechanism. Okay, so that's why it is important. Write the heading nucleophilic addition reactions. Nucleophilic addition reactions. Now I will write the mechanism. Try to understand first. Have you completed this part, written part? Say yes or no. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
From both sides, anyone? Amir, Ayush, completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shashank. See, you can see that. So I will write general only. General means aldehydes and ketones, they have a common group. What is that common group? Carbonyl group. Got it? Carbonyl group is there. Look. C, double bond O, and carbon has two other valence. See, you can write it in this way. In the case of ketone, here we have R and here we have R dash or any two alkyl group, same or different. And for aldehyde, only one R is there and one H is there. So there is no other difference, and after all, addition takes place at the double bond. So we will take care of this one. So you know that this carbon is sp2 hybridized and it is trigonal planar in shape with a bond angle 120 degree. When nucleophile attack on this compound, then what will happen? Nucleophile with a negative charge. Nucleophile means what? Positive charge seeking center. So now how the reaction takes place? Remember, it is a reversible reaction. It is a reversible reaction. Now see how the reaction takes place. C, Nu, P valencies, and here we have O minus. Actually, the reaction takes place here. Pi electron shifted to oxygen, that's why here we have negative charge. And as a result, oxygen gain a partial, not partial, full negative charge and carbon gain a positive charge. So this carbon atom nucleophile is attached. That's why we have a compound. Look at this one. This is considered as an intermediate. And this carbon is sp3 hybridized with tetrahedral shape. It is clear from the figure. Okay, so this is the second step. This is the first step. Now we come to the second step. So I will write it in this way. Continuation. It is also a reversible reaction, and here we can write H plus. And this H plus is coming from the reaction medium. Got it? This H plus is coming from reaction medium. And now this attack on this particular compound, what is the product of it? CeNu. This is the mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction. So understand this, then do it. Here you can write H plus is taken from the medium. Taken from the medium. So medium must be acidic or medium must be aqueous. Aqueous medium also has both the ions H plus and OH minus. But here H plus functions. Okay. So it is there H plus, and this is the mechanism. And both the steps are reversible steps. That is also important. Okay. And now we compare the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones. What do you think? Which is more reactive, aldehydes or ketones? Chat box में लिख लो, देखते हैं कितनी voting मिलेगा. When we compare the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones towards nucleophilic addition reaction, which is more reactive, aldehyde or ketone? Right? If it is aldehyde, you put only A. If it is ketone, you put A. Chat box में लिख लीजिए. Means you are not sure about. अभी तक किसी ने लिखा ही नहीं. आर्मेरी A. Okay. Aldehydes. Armir A. What about others? Think it over. पता नहीं, आज तक को पता नहीं. सूरज के, मंजुल के, फनेंद्र के, पूनम के, शशांक के. ओके. नाउ जिन्होंने के बोला है, जिन्होंने ए बोला है, उसे मैं वैसे पूछ लेती हूँ. What is the reason behind? कोई रीजन के बारे में, रीजन के कारण बहुत बोला है ये. आमिर, कोई रीजन है? Reason is there? Any reason is there? Okay, reason नहीं पता उन्होंने. आर्मेरी रीजन पता है. आयुष H क्यों बोला है? We are talking of aldehyde और ketone. A और K.
मैम वो शायद हाइड्रोजन की वजह से होगा. एल्डिहाइड.
Anmiri, आपको reason पता है? What is the reason? Why you are saying it is aldehyde?
एक अल्काइल ग्रुप है तो इसलिए
It is more
नहीं
reactive.
मैम,
Okay.
के होना
हाँ,
चाहिए था फिर।
के होना चाहिए. Okay. लेकिन मैं बताती हूँ it is aldehyde. Why is it aldehyde? Why it is aldehyde? There are two reasons to support the fact that aldehydes are more reactive than ketone. First reason is due to steric factor. Steric factor. Now I will rub this one. Due to steric factor. What is it steric factor? I will show you. See double bond R. See that this is a carbonyl group and these two are heavier group, alkyl group. Suppose we are putting the smallest member of alkyl group, it is methyl. It has a molecular mass 14U. So it is a heavier group. And because of this heavier group, it feels steric hindrance. Okay, so that means when nucleophile is approaching to carbonyl group, these two groups hinders the attack of nucleophile on carbonyl group. Okay, but this is slightly less in aldehyde. Why is it slightly less in aldehyde? RC double bond H. Steric hindrance factor is there, but only one R is there. And the other place we have hydrogen atom. And it is the smallest element, we know that. So, and here steric factor is not functioning. Here it is functioning, and because of that, aldehydes are more reactive than ketone. First reason. Second reason is electronic factor. Electronic factor means, suppose here carbonyl group is there and shifting of electron is there, this become negative and this become positive. You know that alkyl group is electron donating group. So it will supply more electron to carbon. So because of that, the attack is not that much easy. Okay, so that you can see that electronic factor. Due to electronic factor, due to the surplus electron density on carbon atom due to the presence of plus I due to the presence of alkyl group. If it is methyl group, it is more. Okay, alkyl group, electron donating group. And because of that, because of these two reasons, ketones are less reactive than aldehydes. That means aldehydes are more reactive than ketones. Two factors are there. One is steric hindrance and second is electronic factor. Electronic factor, simply you can say that these two groups are electron donating, they are adding the electron to carbon. That means it will reduce the positive factor on positive charge on carbon atom. And because of that reason, the addition reaction will not take place quickly. Got it? Understand? समझ में आया तो एक बार वाई लिख लीजिए.
मैम ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फैक्टर वाला नहीं आया.
आ गया? ओके. सूर्यांश ठीक है, गुड. कम से कम 2-3 बच्चे लिखे तो सो आई एम सेटिस्फाइड. ठीक है, गुड. Now I will give one example. Very good. Ma'am, electronic factor nahi aaya. Electronic factor means when we are considering carbonyl group, electron shifting takes place there. Electron is shifted from the bond to oxygen atom. But since alkyl group is electron donating group, electron density on carbon is more. That means the positive charge on carbon atom is reduced. If positive charge on carbon atom is reduced, so the addition reaction will not take place quickly. This is the meaning of electronic factor. Got it? Ayush?
Yes, ma'am.
Steric hindrance means repulsion exists between two heavier groups. Manju. Repulsive force exists between heavier group. Two alkyl groups are heavier. And this repulsive force is existing there, which will not allow the attack of nucleophile on carbonyl group very easily. It make a hindrance. Hindrance means a block. But after prolonged condition, that means if the addition reaction takes place for a long period of time, then addition will be takes place. That means reactivity is less. Okay, got it? Manjul.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Repulsive force exists between heavier group. आगे समझ में मंजुल?
Yes, ma'am. आ गया.
Okay. Now let us think about one example. We can write addition of HCl. Addition of HCl. Okay. Remember the mechanism. Which part will be added first? Negative part will be added first. So that means HCl will be split in this way. So we can write here general reaction we will discuss. Okay, C double bond O plus HCl. And when we are considering HCl, the first part which undergo reaction Cl minus, then make the RO. Here, shifting of electron takes place. This may partial negative charge, partial positive charge, and this negative part is attached to this carbon. So we get the compound intermediate C. Here we have Cl. Here we can write this and O minus. This is the intermediate product, and which on further reaction by the addition of H plus, and we have the last product as OH forms. This is the general formula, general addition of HCl, and the product obtained is known under the name cyanohydrin. Very important term. The product is known under the name cyanohydrin. So you can write the product like this. When hydrogen cyanide is added to carbonyl group, the product obtained is called cyanohydrin. And the reaction takes place very slowly. So in order to speed up the reaction, we can add a base as a catalyst. But base has no role for the reaction, it is only speed up the reaction. Okay, it can be catalyzed by a base so that the reaction speed will be accelerated or the reaction speed will increase. This is first addition, that is addition of hydrogen cyanide. Clear? Is it clear? ऑर्गेनिक के लिए मुझे हर स्टेप में तुम्हारे रिस्पॉन्स चाहिए. सो लिख लो, चैट बॉक्स में लिख लो. कुछ बच्चे, जो बच्चे नहीं लिख रहे वो लिख लो. दिस इज द मैकेनिज्म. समझ में आया? ये पहले से रिलेटेड है. गुड. प्लीज तुम लोग लिख लीजिएगा ताकि मुझे समझ में आ जाए तुम लोगों को समझ में आया है कि नहीं. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. ओके, गुड. तुम लोग रेस्पॉन्स करते हैं ना तो आई एम हैप्पी बिकॉज दिस इज ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. दैट्स वेरी गुड. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट एडिशन, हम एक और एडिशन पढ़ेंगे आज. ठीक है, एडिशन ऑफ सोडियम हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड. Addition of sodium hydrogen sulfite. Write the formula first. NaHSO3. NaHSO3. Done? Okay. Now I will write the equation. C double bond O. C Here also same process takes place. Same process means first the reagent splits into two. And here you know that sodium is more electropositive, so the breaking will be takes place here. And we have plus charge here, but we are not having H. We are not having negative charge on hydrogen. Instead, we have negative charge on sulfur atom. So here, along with the sulfur, you can put a negative charge. So the attack will be takes place when we add it like this NaHSO3. First step will be addition of this part. So what is the product obtained? C. And here we have negative part. What is the negative part? This is carbon and negative part is attached to carbon atom. You can write SO3H. And here we have O minus. And there is a second stage. Here addition of H plus takes place. Here instead of H plus, here we have Na plus, and the product obtained is SO3H, and here we have ONA. But this is not the last product in this reaction. The reason is, look at this side, H and Na. When we compare the affinity towards oxygen atom, H and Na, which has more affinity towards oxygen, hydrogen has more affinity towards oxygen. Therefore, here there is exchange between Na and H takes place. So we have the last product C, SO3Na and OH. So this is the last product obtained. This is the last product obtained, and we are not supposed to say any name. Here simply we can say that this is sulfite addition product. And this product is very important. The reason is this product is soluble in water. This product is soluble, this addition product is soluble in water. Very important. Then what is the benefit of this solubility in water? The solubility is important because suppose we want to regain our aldehyde or ketone after the reaction. The procedure is very simple. We add either acid or base to the addition product. We get the aldehyde back. Because of this property, this reaction is used for separation and identification of aldehydes and ketones. Or we can say that separation and purification of aldehydes and ketones. This is the application of this reaction. I will repeat. This addition product is soluble in water. When we treated an acid or base with this addition product, we get the original aldehyde or ketone back. Because of this reaction, we can utilize this particular addition reaction for separation and purification of aldehydes and ketones. So I will give one example. Can I rub this? कोई unmute करके बताओ. Can I rub? लिख लिया पूरा?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
अब मैं आपको एक सिंपल एग्जांपल बताऊं. ये कंसेप्चुअल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन के लिए बताती हूँ. Suppose you are provided with two sample A and B. Mixture contain two sample A and B. One of the sample is aldehyde. Other sample is not aldehyde. How can you separate this? So we have to add sodium bisulfate with this mixture. And the part out of these A and B, the aldehyde part, sample which is an aldehyde, which only undergo addition reaction with this one, forming this product, and it is highly soluble in water. After that, we treated it with water. You know that we get a clear solution. And when we treated it with acid or base, we get the aldehyde back. So in this way, we can separate A and B. Okay, suppose A is aldehyde and B is not an aldehyde. A can be separated as the form of addition product, which we treated with acid or base, we get the aldehyde back. This is the utility of the reaction, and this is important for your learning. Okay, so this is the way we can remember the application. So this is all about today's class. Okay, so we'll see on tomorrow. तब तक साई राम. ओके, शांति पाठ नहीं करना है क्योंकि तुम लोग एक और क्लास है ना.